Hello everyone, I'm Alex and this is Rupert Honywood from Business Growth Bureau. Thank you very much for joining us. Today you're going to meet the founder of the company Business Growth Bureau, who he is behind the scenes and actually what he kind of brings to market. So firstly, thank you for joining us, Rupert.
Thank you for asking me.
Everybody watching and listening, who are you as an individual?
Well, personally, I'm very passionate about feeling I'm making a positive change and a difference, but also I love creating solutions that people want. So I suppose I'm a fairly stereotypical entrepreneur. Not always got everything right, as you know, that's part of being entrepreneurial, but equally got a lot more right than wrong, let's put it that way. But I love creating solutions where there's a real need and where we can make a fundamental difference, but also very importantly, building what I class as circular relationships. So you end up by working with multiple stakeholders where everyone wins out of that relationship.
And why is that so important to you?
Because at the end of the day, yeah, we're all motivated by money to a degree, but actually I'm driven by quite a sense of social purpose. And that was one of the big reasons for Business Growth Bureau being formed in the first place, along with some advice that someone gave me as well a little while ago.
And so in terms of actually what Business Growth Bureau is, obviously we'll get onto that in just a second, but for you yourself, you founded several companies over the time. When did your entrepreneurial journey start?
Well, it started roughly the same age that you are now. So unfortunately, it shows how old I actually am.
Yeah.
And I think it was almost like a light switch being thrown. I realised that actually I had a sense of greater purpose, as it were, and wanted to make a difference in my own way. But you know, and fundamentally that was a big driver for me.
And in terms of your experience of running your own companies, are you more of a one-man band, you've just run your own kind of companies, or are you more of you've grown companies to a size of each, you're employing people? What is your history?
Yeah, I've done a bit of both, to be frank. But actually what I tend to like to do is have quite a big impact. And I love to create solutions and products and services for people that actually can scale. So at its peak, I developed a company which turned into an organisation employing 65 people, and we had major insurance partners within that as well as literally over 160,000 clients.
Oh wow!
As well,
okay.
So that was quite a big thing, and at its peak, we were handling 20 or 30,000 phone calls a month. So
and now with Business Growth Bureau, that's 24 employees, is it, or 23 employees?
Yes, that's right. So some are in the UK, but also some abroad as well.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
So, brilliant. So you're running operations not only in the UK but across the rest of the world as well.
Yeah, exactly. And indeed, we've got clients that we serve in that space now as well too.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, good. So in terms of that as well, then, in terms of what is Business Growth Bureau? So if you were to give me the elevator pitch, say the 30-second pitch, what is Business Growth Bureau?
Well, I suppose the elevator pitch would be that we work with clients to help them to win more business through a three-step process, through lead generation, prospect nurturing, sales optimization. But I think if it's all right, I might just explain the basis in which Business Growth Bureau was formed, because that was quite a key trigger.
Right? That's the history of it.
Well, that's right, and that was formed in 2014.
Okay.
It basically came about from a CEO of a charity that I know very well, who I gave a bit of informal advice with at the time, and he came back to me later on and said, "Look, Rupert, that's actually had a massive impact on how we're developing as an organisation."
Can you remember what that advice was?
Yeah, it's an interesting one actually, and it really shook me to the foundation. He turned around and said, "Well, the advice you're giving is actually very relevant for other organisations. Why aren't you sharing this knowledge and this expertise with other people?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Look, you could actually take your stage further and offer a done with you or done for you service to help clients win more business." And at the time, I was really a bit unsure about it because obviously there are a lot of people or organisations out there doing this type of stuff. And he said, "Well, the difference is that what you have to offer or what you're proposing to offer is very, very different." So I did a lot of research, went back to him about 4 or 5 weeks later, and I said, "Look, I've looked into it. Would like to give this a go. And as a point of interest, would you become our first client?" And that's exactly what happened. We worked with them over about a 2-year period and made a massive difference and really thoroughly enjoyed the experience.
And let's go back to something you just said there is actually what does make you guys stand out? Because obviously, to put it from the outside view, you look like just like another lead generation company. So what separates you from, say, everybody else that generate leads for clients?
I think really it's about almost offering what we class as a 360-degree solution. So I've got to be careful not to overstate that, because clearly at the end of the day it's important that clients take ownership for those opportunities which are coming through.
Yeah.
We can do the best job in the world, but at the end of the day, if people aren't following those opportunities through, then they're lost. There's no point using us. But for me, a big motive, many businesses struggle or fail because they just can't get enough leads coming at the top, and they equally don't know how to nurture those conversations. So, for example, the failure rate of companies in the UK, and I think it's similar in the US, is about 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Now, for me, that's tragic, because not only does that come at a massive business cost, but a personal cost as well. You know, people quite often give personal guarantees, they borrow a lot of money, and all this stuff, and that has a lot of pain. Wouldn't it be fantastic if there's an organisation we can actually help other people to grow and be more successful, and to really help those businesses to move on to another level? And that's a big motivator for me.
I think that's pretty much enough for this video right now. I think that's enough for information so people understand a little bit more about who you are. Anything else you'd like to finish off with?
You know, I'm very grateful for the questions and being given the opportunity, and hopefully people have enjoyed it, and do watch the other stuff we're sharing online as well.
Good man. Thank you so much for watching. As you know, I'm Alex, and this is Rupert from Business Growth Bureau. Thank you so much. Take care.